Hello, I'm Jason Steele, and I'm here with Christopher Alex, voice of Carl the Llama. Hello, Chris.
Well, Jason, hello. It's great to be here.
This is the first project we've done in a long time together.
Yeah, I mean, how many years? I think the last one was it the last Llamas?
Yeah, I think we worked on projects
after
that, but this was one of the last like big voice roles you had in the film cow thing.
Yeah,
The Llamas 12. Yeah, because I think Detective Heart of America was after that, the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, I remember filming that too. Oh my goodness, that was a long time ago.
But yeah, it's been so long since you've been Carl the Llama.
Well, I was nervous because I was worried that my voice would have changed between the last time we recorded up till now, because voices change as you get older, and I was worried that I wasn't gonna get the pronunciations down, or I mean, luckily the voice of Carl the Llama is pretty much my own voice, so that makes it a lot easier.
that does help, yes.
But it's just like how things are enunciated, or the cadence of the lines and stuff is a little different. But yeah, it was fun to bring that back.
Yeah, it's been a decade, so both of our voices have changed a little bit. But
yeah,
I think the spirit of the characters are here, and I really think you gave a tremendous performance. I had planned on probably having to re-record some stuff with you afterwards. Like I had planned that we might have a second session, but you nailed it all in the first session. So,
well, thank you. Yeah, no, that makes me happy because it was a lot of fun and brought back a lot of memories. Recording the lines again.
Here's the devastation. Carl, it turns out, was lying when he said he would never hurt anyone ever again. That was a fib.
Yeah, well, Oh, what was that? What was that phone? What phone did you use that slid into frame in the beginning?
Oh, it's
or is it generic?
It's a little generic, so not to be like actionable.
Right.
I don't even know if that's something that could be actionable, but I just wanted to be absolutely
you don't want
certain.
Anything.
So
you don't want anything
I wanted it to look like one of the early like iPhone Touch.
Yeah.
Like iPod Touch things. Yeah.
To be accurate, but without causing an issue.
Here's where we left Carl in episode 12.
I remember specifically recording the lines to the episode 12. Mm-hmm. And I was legit sad recording these because I thought this was going to be the last time that I would record Carl lines. And so it felt like it was the end of a chapter or the end of a book, honestly. Mm-hmm. And so it was legit pain. I didn't have to act very much. It was legit pain in my voice. I was very sad to film that, but little did I know we'd the Llamas would make a comeback.
Yeah, nine years later.
So who knows what will happen in another decade?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe we'll finally do that Llamas with Hats Miami idea.
Well, one day we'll be in a nursing home, and I'll have my recording equipment with me still, and we can record another Llamas. So hopefully our voices won't be too bad.
Yeah, I've always imagined being elderly and trying to talk to people about what I did during my life. Do you remember this, Carl?
When I was when we were doing this full time together, when I would go out and people would say, "Oh, what do you do for a job?" And it's like, "Well, YouTube, right?" Because back then YouTube was it wasn't as, I mean, it was well known, but it wasn't people didn't think you have a career with it. And I said, yeah, I know YouTube. Well, do you know Llamas with Hats and other crazy cartoons? And they're like, no, we don't know that. my kids might, but I don't think I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever I get asked what I do for a living, I always just say video production.
It's easier to say that than to try to explain everything else.
Yeah, because if you say something more specific, then they ask you oh, have I heard of anything you've done? And there's there's no good outcome there. Because
No.
either you're like, oh yeah, have you heard of Charlie the Unicorn and Llamas with hats? At which
See,
point,
I start with Llamas with Hats because that's when I had a voice in, and if they don't know that one, then I do Charlie the Unicorn, and then I follow up with, but I didn't do any of the voices in that. That's my cousin, and hopefully by that point they realize, oh yeah, okay, I think I heard about that cartoon.
yeah, and if they haven't heard anything, then it's just you just sound a little silly.
You just sound silly, and you walk away defeated.
Here's Carl with the tube.
Now those are your hands, right?
Yeah, those are my hands. Those were filmed in front of a green screen. I wore like I got this green sweater basically that I wore and filmed my hands in front of a green screen. And
Did you just do random hand movements, or did you have an idea of what you were going to be doing?
oh yeah, I absolutely matched it specifically. So the way I set this up, there's this streaming program called OBS, and it allowed me to essentially do a very quick like preview of the hand green screen to make sure that the green screen stuff was working fine and there was no problems, and it also allowed me to play back the audio and act out the hands exactly, and then get a real-time preview as to whether the movements were correct or not.
I mean, it turned out really, really, really good.
Yeah, it worked really well. I'm very happy with how that turned out. I'm happy with how a lot of the animation turned out, because there's a lot of stuff in here that's far beyond what would usually happen in a Llamas with Hats episode.
Oh yeah, I mean the animation alone. I mean, honestly, the other episodes were pretty much just two stationary llamas. Yeah,
they're very easy to animate.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. This is a little bit more, but to be expected. I mean, 9 years have passed. You know, there's take it up a notch and put a little artistic swing into it.
No hope in old Carl now. I think when I called you up and first told you about this, I specifically mentioned because that Mickey Mouse had just gone into the public domain, and I was like, I'd rewatched Steamboat Willie, and one of the things I thought while I was watching that is this is far more messed up than anything that I've done. Just it's so surreal watching Mickey Mouse just go around assaulting animals.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of the old cartoons. It's just it's a completely different, and I think it goes to show you, you know, when times are different. You know, the content of whether it's a show or a cartoon or whatever just matches the time frame. Just assaulting animals was huge back in Steamboat Willie's day. You know,
Yeah,
you go around and you kick a chicken around.
yeah. So I was watching that, and I was, you know, both like I started thinking about my own work, and like, man, the stuff I do honestly isn't all that extreme compared to some of some of these old cartoons. But also, I was just thinking about like I would really like to work on another project that has like a higher level of animation. And so the Coral stretchy stuff specifically was like came from watching Steamboat Willie and thinking more about animation and what I could do with my own characters that I hadn't really done before because of my limited technical skill.
Well, it's definitely a good test to see, and I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it turned out nice. I like how it all looks.
Yeah.
There's Carl in the rain, very sad.
Yeah.
Carl with the faceless shadow version of Paul.
A very artistic, like an art film here. This is. I think
that's what you said when you first texted me about it after you watched it.
Yeah, very very artsy. I'm waiting for the video responses from people who are dissecting it and pulling meaning out of everything.
Oh, I would love for there to be analysis videos of this.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there's a lot of symbolism.
Probably more than I fully understand. I mean, I think I appreciate it at a very basic level, and but there's so much depth to it that probably goes above my head, even though I voiced in it.
Well, your relationship with like the character of Carl has always been like you have a great love of the character.
I really do. Well,
And a lot of
it was the first one that I did that turned into something that was pretty big.
Yeah, and a lot of the emotional like truth of the character comes from the fact that you genuinely put like a lot of thought into your performance and a lot of emotion into it. And I think the reason that people have connected so much with the character is because of the authenticity of your performance.
Well, I do feel a connection to Carl on a not in a very creepy way. You know, I'm not a psychopath, but
Yeah, you're not like,
No.
oh, I totally understand Carl's need to kill people.
no. But I think this character was started in the very beginning of when we were doing these cartoons, and it lasted until the end, and basically, you know, all the episodes in between were just a story arc of you know, I don't know if we can call it character growth, but I mean, just even the growth of my time as doing these voiceovers. And so it like I was saying, that, you know, the death of you know, or the death of when he jumps off into the water at the end of 12 it felt like the end of not say the end of me, but the end of me doing that character. And so that's why there wasn't much acting involved in that at all.
Yeah. Yeah, there's in particular in episode 12, like the line that you give, "Oh, I guess you're gone." Like that line still chokes me up when I hear it. It's very very real. It feels you can I think that's one of the main reasons that people so many years later still like have wanted to see more from these characters.
Oh, I want to see more from these characters. I think they're fun characters, we had a, you know, when you were deciding, okay, which direction are we going to go about, you know, part way, was it after episode 4? Which direction you're going to go? And luckily you took it into a direction of going where nobody thought, you know, and to where it could turn into something that we can continue on. And so, I mean, not saying that, you know, this is like a Picasso piece or anything. It's just, you know, it's nice that there could still be growth, and I think the epilogue here shows that.
This is the hasapiko.
Yeah, that's kind of gross. Yeah,
it's a Greek dance. It's known as the butcher's dance.
Very fitting.
I thought it was appropriate for Carl. It took me so long to animate because these are the exact steps. It's a 12-step dance, and I had a reference video up, so I was watching the reference video and then moving Carl's wiggly legs around.
Now, were those your legs on the?
No.
Yeah, I picture you behind a green screen.
No, those are animated. Those are not real legs.
No. That's disappointing. And now here's the acorn.
This is a real acorn. I ordered some acorns online because I couldn't find any around the house. I ordered some acorns on the internet, and I took a photo of the best one.
Were they real acorns or like fake?
No, real acorns.
So you can buy real acorns online?
Yeah, I got them on eBay.
Oh, okay. So somebody's making a living or side hustles,
yeah.
Scooping up acorns in their backyard and selling it online.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I needed an acorn.
You should let the person know where their acorn ended up.
Thank you for that bag of acorns. That acorn has been seen 1 million times.
They would be like, I would have charged more for it.
It's the most famous acorn in the world.
I think I remember you talking about when Carl kind of blows up. I don't know, if this is it or it's like basically takes up the entire screen there, and it's essentially just the face in the middle of the gray. I remember you explaining. I think like I don't know. I remember these conversations that we had. Like I was in different places. You know, my life is crazy, you know, with kids and everything. And so I remember I think I was walking in the middle of a Bell's or something, and we were talking about what was gonna happen in the cartoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember explaining the video to you and then sending you the script and you reading it over, and I was definitely like I wanted you to like the script. I wanted this to be like a project that you because I know you love the character of Carl and would have voiced it regardless, but I was happy that you read the script, and I think at the end of it you said specifically, I like that.
I like it. It made me happy to bring the characters back. That was the main thing.
Yeah, and Carl got a slightly happier ending.
Yeah,
It's not. I wouldn't call it a happy ending. There's.
No.
I don't think there's any happy ending for this particular story. But Carl definitely comes to a better understanding of the harm that he's caused, specifically to Paul.
was the growth of the character.
Yeah, I was. This is really the limits of the character growth that I could imagine for Carl, because Carl is fundamentally a very selfish character.
Yeah,
But he does genuinely care about Paul, and like coming to the realization that the harm that's come to Paul is his fault, and realizing that like the way to that there's no way to fix this, and that he even if like Paul could come back, Carl would always be. It would always cause Paul more pain and harm, and so he comes to the realization he just can't stick around.
yeah,
That is genuine growth for Carl.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's definitely a change of what the original, if you want to call it, growth happened.
Yeah, because the series initially, like, it's a vaudeville routine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. And like expanding it from that, like it did require like giving the series a different form in this epilogue. Required a lot of change.
Absolutely. Do you think the characters are going to come back?
I
Or
mean,
is this the end?
I didn't think the characters were going to come back after episode 12, and they did. So you never know. Like I don't have any plans at the moment, but who knows what'll happen? Who knows? Maybe a few years from now, I'll be like, you know what?
I'll get a text from you. Remember that? Remember those llamas? I like the visual of this. Just a tree in the middle of the desert with a moon.
Mm-hmm.
Like the colors. The colors are great. This is like a backdrop here for a desktop.
It's good wallpaper material.
It's just good wallpaper, yeah.
And here we are again with the phone, watching the epilogue.
The blood streaks across the floor.
Everything's okay. It's all good. So, what do you think about the response people have had to the epilogue? Because it's been out as we're recording this, it's been out for a month now.
I was it was nice to see people react like they did. I was there was like real some positive comments about hearing me do the voice again, and just that meant a lot to me. And then also the fact that I didn't realize it, but the characters, the character of Carl to me was important, because it like I said, it represented the beginning through the middle to the end of doing the voiceovers, and so that was very special to me. But then to see how people were connected to him, and it reminded them of like a special part of their lives when these were originally coming out, was really heartwarming, or just I was touched by it. So it was nice to see the outpouring of comments in regards to that aspect. Just people just happy to see him come back again, and it reminded them of like a happy point in their lives, and so that was really cool to see.
Yeah, I'd been a little anxious before release, just because the epilogue is so different tonally from the stuff that came before.
Right.
Like, I mean, this series followed a very strange arc to begin with.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
but still, like, I didn't quite know what to expect from the reaction, but it's been very positive. It's been maybe like some of the most positive responses we've gotten for anything.
Yeah, I think it brings a lot of people back to I mean, it's been 9 years since the last one, and how many years since the first one? I mean, was it
15? Yeah.
I mean, that's a decade and a half of time. That's a long time in the online content world, and so it brought back a lot of memories, I think.
Well, thank you everyone for watching.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate it.